So let's see how we get on. We're going to use the ZAMASU team versus Red Zone Goku Black. ZAMASU versus ZAMASU, technically. Now, the thing is with ZAMASU, he gets an extra buff against non-Realm of Gods units. So, obviously, in this particular fight, and I guess the future ones that are going to come out, because we're probably going to have a ZAMASU and a Fusion ZAMASU, whether there'll be two separate stages, we don't know yet. But that kind of means that the remainder of the stages for this red zone are going to end up being Realm of Gods enemies, which is obviously not super ideal for this ZAMASU, but I suppose it is what it is. I need to do this, so I need to make sure I get a super attack with Cell. Very important to super with him. And then obviously we could get the 18 key super here with the physical Cell so he can get the extra defense. We very much need for Goku Black... Oh, there you go. I was going to say, we very much need for him to not super attack the physical Cell. So, that's a good start. ZAMASU, of course, having 80% damage reduction on the first turn. So, pretty good for him there. And then, yeah, Cell is on the full 200% leader skill for... ZAMASU, because on Worldwide Chaos and Time Travelers, all of the Cell units are. But I mean, if AGL Cell took that much damage for a normal, this is probably going to do quite a lot unless we get an additional super, which we did not. Whoa! 267. Yikes. Alright, let's put you in slot 2 then. See if we can get a whole bunch of supers off on this first turn. But that was a lot of damage. Chilai shows us no super on this turn, though, so that's good. I forgot the physical Cell existed, yeah. I wonder if he will actually be able to tank reasonably well against the Int Rose. I thought it would be an interesting unit to bring because we are running the AGL Cell. But this is what I said before, though, with almost every one of these videos with ZAMASU's team. His team is what holds him back so much. We need that AGL ZAMASU EZA to be really, really good. But... because, like, Piccolo Jr. is a GOAT unit to run on this team, but, like, would I run him on main rotation if so? Well, yeah, maybe. The problem is, in events like this, where the boss is in the final phase, so I don't really want to run TEQ, Goku Black, and ZAMASU, because whilst they can still build up to being really, really good, once their guard has run out, it means if that Int Rose, like, super attacks them, they will just get absolutely destroyed. So when it comes to the rotation, like, link partners for ZAMASU, we still have Piccolo Jr., who's a very, very powerful unit. Chilai. I was saying this before we started the run. People have been going on about how awesome it is you can use Chilai on this team. I've even seen people making comments along the lines of saying, like, oh, you know, like, Chilai is super good for this team because she never gets hit, so you don't take damage. And it's like, yeah, her dodge is good, but it's not like she never gets hit. And when you do get hit, oh boy, do you take a lot of damage. In fact, can we even survive the turn? I mean, if ZAMASU doesn't get supered, we will. But... I mean, I guess we could just go ahead and throw this up straight away. But we are on incredibly low HP now. Yeah, exactly. Chilai is just a dodge or die character, right? Like... and then he dodged. Wow. So didn't need the Whis, because ZAMASU had 60% damage reduction on this turn. So with the Whis he has 100%, but he just dodged the super anyway. All right, double super from Cell, good. Yeah, saying Chilai never gets hit is like saying MUI Goku never gets hit. True. Holy Wrath. And get the guaranteed additional. Is this not going to be enough to finish him off? Okay, good. We get the crit. Nice. Nice. Alright. Who's dumb enough to give Chilai full crit? I would hope no one, but... EZA details should hopefully be dropping in about an hour, so... Obviously, if you're watching the... if we end up recording this run, and, well, if we end up uploading this run onto the channel and you're watching the recorded version, the EZA details will already be out, but at least I hope so. Because they should be today. I mean, if they're not going to be today, they will be tomorrow. But it's nice to get them. I think Minato was saying it's usually 48 hours in advance. And the EZAs come out in like 49 hours. So ideally, that means we're expecting the details of the EZAs in about an hour. So yeah, Trunks I think has a lot of potential, right? Because he's the infinite stacker. When he first came out, he was super good. The thing is, with how content is now, being shorter and more difficult right at the start, he definitely needs a little something extra, right? Because like even just increasing how quickly he stacks isn't going to be just the, you know, that's not going to be all he needs. Something like guard for the first few turns would be kind of cool. And then obviously once you transform into the Spirit Sword, that's supposed to be like the finisher. So I imagine they are going to make the Spirit Sword, like the final transformation, very powerful. But we'll see. But yeah, so giant form with Piccolo Jr. here, as always, coming in clutch as giant forms do, because it means now that Goku Black has actually supered, once we come out of the giant form, we're not going to be able to get supered. So that does keep us quite well defended on this next turn, which is good considering we are on lower HP. Although we should still have the Whis active because we used it on the last turn of the STR phase. The giant form stops the turn counter. So once we come out of the giant form and we have the Zamasu and Piccolo Jr. rotation, we should have the Whis active still. So yeah, let's see. I'm begging for a new LR Rose for part 2. Yeah, I still think one of the part 2 units is going to be Goku Black, right? Big Bad Boss's Fierce Battle. Yeah, just Big Bad Boss's Fierce Battle. So we can use this in slot 2. Although actually, yeah, they're going to have legendary power as well once we get the key. So I'll do this just so we do get legendary power. I kind of want the physical orbs all for Cell. Oh, there you go. You can get those. Perfect. Perfect. And then we can do this. Yeah, so the Whis should still be active here. So I think Cell should be okay with the amount of defense that he gets. Look at Piccolo. 12 million in slot 1. That's pretty good. Guard when a Goku or Vegeta is on the team. And that would be kind of good. It would be a bit annoying for when like Blue Goku and Vegeta transform. But if you're running Vegeta and Trunks on the team as well, which they would obviously work for, they would go quite well with the Trunks after he EZAs. I think that would be pretty cool. 14 million for Piccolo Jr. as well on the additional. Piccolo Jr. definitely a GOAT member of the Zamasu team, even though he is kind of the odd one out here, right? Especially if we do start getting the buffs for the Zamasu. Like AGL Zamasu in base 1 Goku Black could get his EZA. And then it's just going to be Piccolo Jr. on this team surrounded by Goku Black and Zamasus. But he's just so good. Oh yeah, because we do still have the Whis up, so double digit damage. I think that means we get to Domain now, right? And become Perfect Cell. Guard against Future Saga, yeah, that would also make sense. Like, I wouldn't mind if Trunks had conditional guard and then like, but like, I like it when they do guard where it's kind of conditional, but then it's like conditional, but then guaranteed, if that makes sense. So like, you know, say Trunks has, for example, 50% chance to guard, but then guaranteed guard if you have a future enemy or something like that. Like, those kind of things I think would be really cool. Because it means, like, as long as the conditions aren't really stupid, right? Because, like, Super Boo does it, but Super Boo's conditions are a little bit annoying for the events that we have. There was a unit recently, there's the one that I was thinking of, but I can't remember. I don't know if it was something we were talking about on stream or if it's an actual unit, but yeah, like guard, I don't mind if like if the unit has a high chance to guard, but then they have I think it's Kale, right? So Kale has a chance to guard, but then she has guaranteed guard if there's a Universe 6 ally on rotation with her, which is what you're basically always going to be running her with anyway. So it means it's not really that bad of a restriction at all. So, alright, so we'll do this, and then we will get Cell. Hopefully, between the Zamasu and Cell, they should finish off Rose here, because Rose can't do damage to Zamasu. So, it's the literal definition of face tanking. It's like, nope. 10 million for ZAMASU here, just linked up with Cell with the support from Chilai. Now, I was going to say, the only downside is if we don't crit, he obviously doesn't do a lot of damage because of type disadvantage. But then AGL Cell at 8.4 mil. Oh, no additional. Are you serious? No additional. So, if Chilai doesn't dodge, this is what we were saying before about Chilai. See? People act like, oh, just run Chilai on the ZAMASU team, and then you just win. But I'm going to leave this in the video. This is for all those people that think that Chilai is the automatic win button for ZAMASU's team. So there you go. But yeah, I mean, this team, obviously, the fact that ZAMASU's not getting his buffs because you're not fighting a Realm of Gods enemy, you know, he's obviously not going to be as good, but still pretty decent. I just think the rest of the team itself is not the craziest. But yeah, she is just the actual definition of a dodge or die character, right? So, I mean, Cell did okay. Physical Cell, probably not the best unit. Silas is quite a decent option because he buffs time travelers. Post-transformation, obviously, he's very strong, like, once he's super attacked. But yeah, there's a huge difference between Bulma and Chilai, right? Bulma is the unit that everyone's, like, running on the Goku and Vegeta team, even though she only gets a 150 leader skill. But Chilai, you know, there's a huge difference between the two, right? But yeah, Chilai, I mean, she is good, and the Scouter is very, very useful. Just very unlucky with the dodge, right? When you have a 70% chance to dodge, and then she is built full dodge as well. So everything is in dodge apart from some of the skill orbs. I didn't have any more extra dodge ones, but she has 70% chance to dodge in her passive and 25 dodge in her hidden potential. So, but anyway, there you go. That was ZAMASU versus Goku Black. Pretty decent, but again, I feel like his team is what really lets him down, and not having solid options. I feel like that's the issue that I'm running into against some of these bigger bosses. Is like you go up against Sin, and loads of the good units on ZAMASU's team are int, so you can't really run them. But he doesn't have a ton of really strong STR options. And then for this fight, for Goku Black, he doesn't really have a ton of really strong physical options. So it's like the rest of his team around him are kind of letting him down. ZAMASU and Gowasu would definitely be good if they are a good EZA. But I think because they buff all allies for, is it like 70% defense pre-EZA? So that'll be pretty good. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully AGL ZAMASU and the physical Gowasu and ZAMASU EZAs are really good. And then this team will definitely be elevated quite considerably. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. But we're going to stop the recording there. The stream will continue, but this is going to be the end of the video. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section about these guys. And yeah, I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.